Hi, this is Brant from TradeGold.blogspot.com, and I'm sitting here tonight with the lovely and talented Julia. Say hello, Julia.
Hi.
She's diligently pursuing Shudoku. Anyway, we have an update here tonight and some new ideas, some new positions. There's probably going to be a couple of videos here because I can only post up to 10 minutes on YouTube. I'm not going to bother to put them in order. Some of them are ideas from last week that we're just kind of following up on. Some of them are new ideas. Some of them are just examples. So we're just going to kind of feel our way through it. And you have the video, so you can always come back to it. Anyway, first up is SMI. Another thing I'm not going to do is tell you when all these were recommended on the blog or appeared on the blog, because I just don't want to go through and find out and do all the research. It's Saturday, and it's my day off. So anyway, here's SMI, and this was on the blog, and I can tell you pretty much when it was because I remember the setup. I'm going to just go ahead and scoot back. It was on this day, I believe, or this day. Either way, what we had saw on this blog, and I still have the pink pen, I haven't changed that, or lavender. We saw this big volume here, and really we didn't see any price appreciation, a little bit here, about 1% or so. But the concept is volume precedes price. So when we see big volume like this, we know something's up. So I put I put this on the long list on the blog, and the next day, it's up 3.38%, which is not a huge percentage move, but this isn't a really volatile stock, but it's a nice move on the chart. And it's down a little bit, and there's kind of like a little doji thing happening there. All in all, I think SMI, semiconductor manufacturing, is just getting underway here. And if we take a look at the chart a little bit longer time frame, you can see that it really looks like it's basing. That 50-day moving average is flattening out, and the 22-day moving average is crossing above it. I think we're in the early stages here of markup. I think if you're in this stock right now, I would hold, and I would probably put my stop, if it were me, somewhere along this level here of that gap, the bottom of that gap. So below that, or the 50-day moving average for that matter, then you're out. Let's move along. Let's check out AL, and this one, I'm not sure when it was on the blog. It was a good month ago or so, and there's a video I'm having some trouble finding, but I posted a video on AL along with another long-term short, and we were looking at this big head and shoulders top and saying it's going to break down. I think we were somewhere probably here in early August or mid-August. So there it was, up around 46. Now it's trading at about 41.71. It's broken through that neckline. Really an ideal area to short this would have been on this little doji day right here. And subsequently we had that nice move the next day down 3% plus. And it may hang around or loiter in this $42 area. So if you can pick some up there, I think it's definitely got a lot of downside potential on it. I think my stop at this point would be about $43, a little penetration of that neckline, but I'd give it a little room. This is aluminum. All the metals are just looking horrible: gold, silver, steel, iron, industries that are associated with it, metal fabricating. They're just all looking really bad, and you're going to see a lot of these charts tonight, I think. Next up is GRMN, and I don't know what it is. The market's been really strong, but there's so many head and shoulders tops are just everywhere. Maybe it plays into my view that we hit these May highs, maybe even make a new high, all-time high in the Dow and the S&P, and then after that there's trouble. But here's scientific and technical instruments, Garmin Limited. There's the big head and shoulders top. One of the things I like to look for is big volume coming off of that head right there. And there's the neckline. As you can see, it's an ascending head and shoulders top. And what's kind of interesting about this one is it's in a really nice area to go ahead and short it. See, it has broken through. Here's the trend line right here of the neckline. It's a little misdrawn, but no problem. And you can see we got the breakthrough down here on a little increasing volume, not huge volume, and a little throwback or pullback, as it would be, to that neckline. and this is a great area, $44 to short this. If you had a real volatile position, you're going to take a big position, maybe use that 22-day moving average. If you just wanted to sit in this for a while and just put it away and forget about it, as a long-term short, I'd use that 50-day moving average that's moving down as a stop. The stops are open, to some interpretation. Sometimes these will penetrate that neckline on the upside, but all in all, your measuring implications are from your neckline. So say you're around here at $42 to the top of the head, which is about 54. So you have 12 points there. So 12 points from 42 down is $30 is your rough target. I'm not sure I completely buy into that. It's just an idea though to have a rough target. Next up, we're kind of falling behind here. UTEC, and UTEC, you may remember, is a short that has been on this blog since probably its inception. I'm not sure the actual date, but I know back in April, May, this was a short. So you see, we rode this down from $22, and if you held on to it and you threw it in a stop channel like this one, you wouldn't have been stopped out. You wouldn't have been stopped out at all, really, until just recently. So you would have taken that from $22 down to, say, 15, and that's a nice gain. And if you just take your profits that were added to your margin account, which happens on shorts, not longs, you could have added more shares to this, and you could have made really any amount of money, over 100% easily. So things have turned around in UTEC. It's looking like a good long here. You see it kind of bottomed over here. And one of the things, as this short kind of grew on, one of the things that kept me from still posting it as a potential short play was this divergence that was developing here in MACD. You can see that's actually a failure of the divergence right there. But ultimately, it played out on a different time scale. It would probably look a little different on a 2 or 3 day chart. But ultimately, this was suggesting that the downside momentum was fading as we had MACD moving up with price moving down. So it looked like a bottom. We got a higher low. That's a good thing. And it kind of looks like, if I can just zoom in on it a little bit, it kind of looks like maybe it might be even like an ascending triangle. Let's get some trend lines over here. So there's a trend line for the resistance, and somewhere in here is a trend line for our support. If we kind of step back and look at this on a 2 day chart or even a 3 day chart, you can see what happens. The volume starts diminishing, and that's one of the things that we look for in ascending triangles or pennants or whatever, any rectangular or triangular consolidation patterns. Anyway, we look for a breakout as it approaches this apex of this ascending triangle. So it could be any day now in UTEC. And one of the other things I want to show you is TSV down here. You can see as it was making its way towards the bottom here, it started ascending, and it broke through that zero line there. And it's still young in this, and we don't really know which way it's going to go, but you can either wait for a breakout and try to buy a pullback, or you can buy down in here along the lower support line and have a stop just under that. Be aware that I have seen a lot of these triangles getting shakeouts as they approach the breakout point, and that's something I suspect maybe was happening in SLXA that we'll talk about later. Okay, I have 1 minute on this video and lots of stocks to cover. So let's take a look at XING, and I'm going to get a sip of coffee here. Okay, 30 seconds here. IXNG, ascending triangle. Zoom out on the volume there. You can see descending volume over here, so that's good. Really, I think I'm going to have to come back to XING in the next video, so hang tight.